Well, I decided to get this thing out so I can make a video of it. This is my 1975 Climatroll. So, yeah. Not filmed this thing since last year when I got it. I think I filmed a bit of this when it was installed here in the garage. There's a bit of work I want to do to this unit. I think I am officially want to do a restoration. There is, yeah. Had to replace the fan switch on it, so now I don't have the medium speed fan. So the speeds are all set up, are all wonky. So it's off. It says off, it's high fan, and it says high fan, it's low fan. At least high cool is the only thing right, and then normal cool, which would be low cool. So that's all there. The vent works, I guess. The knob lines up for that. And then same with the thermostat. So I have the filter for it somewhere. I cut a filter from a dehumidifier out to fit into it. It was somewhere around here. I think it's over here somewhere. Yeah, I just got this thing back from a friend. Got it nice and cleaned up. And my plan is it's going to go right here where this cardboard is. I'm going to put a unit here again in hopes to help out with the Montgomery ward. I'm going to do some tests here and see if this thing runs with the Frigidaire running, and then I'll see if it can run with the Montgomery ward. So 6,000 BTU, no, 5,000, yeah, 5,000 BTU. I'm going to check the brand name of the fan motor again, because I don't know. Can't tell what fan motor this is. I thought it was a Fasco, but it doesn't really look like, no, it might be a Fasco. Well, you can't see. And it has a Matsushita rotary. Yeah, the back of this doesn't look like how it did when I first got it. It's all dirty and stuff now from being used. So, yeah. I'm going to take this whole thing apart later. I'm going to wash out the back coil, clean up the base pan. The drain hole was clogged in it when I picked it up, so it was starting to overflow off the side here of the base pan, along here on the front and stuff. So this thing here needs a bit of work. I have no idea what this is, but this was in there. It looks like some grass. This air conditioner was installed in a second-story window in shade, so there was trees under it, so it was running pretty efficient. So we'll fire this up first in hopes that I don't trigger the breaker. So I'm going to come over here. Oh, actually, we're going to turn. Yeah, low cool. It's the first time it started since it's been moved over here to this garage. Let's hope it doesn't trip my breaker. This unit is kind of power hungry, like most of these fetters are. Very strong fan on this, I will say that. And actually, to save a bit of money, because I don't want this thing to trip the breaker, I'll turn some of these ceiling fans off with whatever wattage these use. I don't feel like walking over there to that one or that one, so those will stay on. So this thing right now is officially running with the Frigidaire upstairs, because I have that running. And what I typically have been doing is, the night before, I turn the Frigidaire on, so while I'm out at school, the Frigidaire runs and gets this whole garage cool. Actually, when I walked in here today, the whole upstairs was nice and cool, and same with down here. This air conditioner would have originally been like a lighter tan color, but I'm thinking of repainting it. I'm going to have a few people of the air conditioner community be mad at me if I decide to go with this, which is most likely going to happen. I'm thinking of painting this avocado green. So I have a good feeling a lot of people are going to be kind of mad at me for that, but I would really like to have it. I've never seen avocado green window air conditioner before, and this would have been made in a time when avocado green appliances were a thing. Just look at how dirty that vent is. Oh. I might make another video of the air temp as well, because that's been uninstalled. That's also sitting in the sheds. This is going to go sit out there, maybe if I can't get it installed in here. I also got this Hot Point Carry Cool back from another friend. I lended this out to them a few years ago, and a fan motor on it locked up, so I have to get that fixed. If that thing won't work, this is what's going in there instead, and I farted. And if both of these decide to use too much energy, that's what I'll use. I think this is... oh, let's remove our front grill. Oh, it's gonna rattle like crazy. I thought that said fetters on it, but okay. 7.5 amps. This one might be over amp. I don't feel like going and getting my kilowatt meter. This thing, its coil's already cold. Hands wet. The fan motor in this was running a little rough when I first got it. When I brought it, it's been sitting overnight, and I fired it up again, and it seems to be quiet again, so I don't know what that's all about. This is old enough to have the double row condenser, not the single row like the air temp. My air temp, the coil goes all the way over to here, and it's a single row. This one, the coil only goes over to right here, so it's only really on these two vents and not these two, and 3/4 of this vent. And it's a double row. Actually, no, it looks like a triple row coil. It's the air temp, it has a single row coil on it. Back grill does rattle a bit. That's the tractor rattling because it's sitting on that. It's removing the heat. That's good. I don't know if I have the temperature sensor out here. Let me go look for it. Pulling 59. This thing is going to drop within no time. These fetters, they always blow in around 40s. This air conditioner, for some reason, it seems to blow a bit colder than some of the other ones do. I don't know why, but it just does. So, I'll be back once that temperature meter gets to like its desired temp or whatever. And then we will just come back with it. And I'm kind of not looking forward to moving this because it's probably going to be full of water. Even though it was dry, this thing really does a good job. And by the way, for those that don't believe me, this is running at the same time as that unit downstairs. Now, this is a modern piece of shit unit, so it's going to use way less energy. That fan's also running, so that probably draws another 75 watts. On top of, like, the 500 or whatever that thing uses, because modern units barely use anything. These draw around, I'll say 800 watts for one of these. So, that thing draws 1,000, so gonna be seeing if this thing can keep up with that. Because that's, I think, I don't know how many amps it is. I think it's like a 11 amp or something really big. It has a big amperage on it or whatever. Let's see, we got 56.3, and it looks like it's not changed. 56.4, so it's getting a bit warmer. That's still really good. It is a bit warm in here, so I'm gonna give it a break. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go upstairs, turn that air conditioner off, and then turn on that Montgomery Ward to see if both of them will run at the same time and I don't trip the breaker. So, we'll see. I'm going to keep this thing running. This thing has not been wanting to fire up its compressor when you first turn it on, so hopefully it will fire up. I definitely heard a change in that one. Let's see. I'm going to let this thing build head pressure a bit and see if we're going to be killing anything. And I actually will shove the camera up there and see if we can get specs on this. 12,000 watts and 11.0 amps. So this is using a good bit. I think this garage is on a 20 amp breaker. And this one is 7.5 amps. So we'll be fine. I know you can't run this one and the other one upstairs, so the other one is probably at least 10 amps to trip the 20 amp breaker. And the unit is fairly quiet, I just have the grill sitting on top of it. Okay, I take that back, something else is vibrating. Compressor looks a bit bent. I wonder what's going on there. Never used to be like that. I'm going to take this thing apart and clean it anyway, so I'll figure out what's going on with that compressor before I even get a chance to install it. All the water that's just on the evaporator. That is really good. You can see there it's all sweating and stuff. They don't make them like this anymore. They really don't. Sounds like a freaking LG. I think it's the tractor that's actually rattling. If I take this grill off and the filter, it's fairly quiet. I wanted to make a garage air conditioner update video, but I'm going to wait until I get this one installed first. I think there's something going on with those compressor mounts. The compressor should not be that loud. This unit is very old and tired, so I'm not surprised if it's running on its last legs, but whatever. I'm going to use the heck out of this thing until it probably rots a hole in the base pan, or the Freon system lets out, or the compressor seizes up or something. It's really hard to kill these Matsushita rotaries, so I don't really have any surprises. And if I actually have an extra Matsushita rotary outside. I don't know how to replace the compressor, but I can probably pay someone to do it for me. Because I do really like these small fetters units. So, yeah. I'm gonna end the video off here. Let me turn this off. I'll see what's going on with this compressor. This thing used to be a lot quieter. But, yeah. Thank you very much for watching, and keep the breeze.